What is going on, guys? Welcome to the Wrestling World Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Austin Boyer. Before we get into tonight's video, hit that like and sub button. All right, guys. We just ended WWE Bash at Berlin. Gunther retaining his title in a phenomenal bout against Randy Orton. But before we get into that main event, we're going to start off with Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens to kick off the show. Uh, Great match by Kevin and Cody. I thought WWE did a great job by having this match kick off the show. I, for one, thought it would be the main event. Well, not the main event, but around main event time is when they would do this match, but they decided to do it at the start of the show. I, for one, am happy they did because it was actually a pretty decent showing. We saw Kevin Owens numerous attempts to turn heel tonight, but he did not take that, which may have cost him the chance. But surprised that WWE didn't have Kevin turn heel tonight. Surprised that WWE did not have Kevin pull the trigger. I thought yesterday would be his heel turn. I thought today would kind of be a heel turn, but no. Even after the match, I thought maybe we'd finally see Kevin snap, but that did not happen. And now Cody retains. Cody capitalized and retained. But great match to start the show. And we'll see what's next for Cody. We'll see if Cody and Kevin have another match down the road. But rumored to be that Solo Sikoa will face the winner, which means Solo versus Cody probably at Bad Blood, unless we have Solo versus Roman. A little bit of confusion there as to why they'd have Solo face Cody instead of having Roman and Solo at Bad Blood. But I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if that's their plan or not. But that looks to be maybe the plan here. So kind of confusion to have Solo kind of involved in two stories. Well, who knows if there's even going to be a storyline between Cody and Solo, but we'll see what happens. Next up, we have Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair versus Isla Dawn and Alba Fire. One of the best matches of the night. I mean, Isla Dawn and Alba Fire, they've really proved themselves tonight. I've actually became a fan of those two tonight. I thought next to CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre, in my opinion, was one of the best matches of the night. Now, perfect match. I expected maybe if Jade Cargill and Bianca didn't retain their titles, that Bianca maybe turn heel on Jade, but that didn't happen. Phenomenal match from start to finish, guys. I mean, this was just a great match. These women really put on a show tonight. The strength showed by Bianca, the strength showed by Jade Cargill. Phenomenal match from start to finish. And I was just really impressed by the females tonight, how well they did. The crowd, Bash at Berlin crowd, was phenomenal. I mean, I'm going to take a second to give props to the crowd at Berlin tonight. They were on fire. One of the loudest crowds I've ever seen. So I, for one, am very happy with Bianca and Jade Cargill retaining their titles. Well, recapturing their titles, I should say, because they lost them before. But a phenomenal match, start to finish. Great match. Next up, we have Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk. For one, I think this match could have been a little bit better. Pleased with the outcome. It was a brutal match from start to finish, but I felt it could have been better. Punk picked up the win. I'm happy. I'm a CM Punk fan. Punk got his bracelet back, which is kind of the whole story behind this, and just craziness, right? But Punk picks up the win, hitting Drew McIntyre with like 4 go-to-sleeps before hitting the final turnbuckle, getting that green light to pick up the win. Kind of glad that this feud is what kind of put to bed. Now we'll kind of maybe possibly get CM Punk versus Seth Rollins when Seth returns. There's still WWE Bad Blood, so we could possibly see McIntyre versus Punk one more time. Um, I don't know. I would hope that, this is the end of the storyline, but being WWE Bad Blood's kind of, you know, it would be a perfect fit for McIntyre and Punk to go at it one more time. So there's definitely a possibility there. So who knows? But I kind of just want it to be put to an end. I thought that if they're going to end that feud, that's the perfect way to end it. But who knows? Um, Next up, we have Damian Priest, Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio. Not much to say about this one. It was kind of a predictable match, predictable outcome. Um, the only thing I didn't like about this match was the fact that I kind of wish Rhea would have beat the hell out of Dom a little bit more. To be honest, kind of wish she would have hit Dom with that riptide. I expected Finn Balor to get involved a little more, but that didn't happen. He hit Damian Priest with a sling blade, and he was pretty much out of there. Carlito got involved. He didn't play a big part in this match. J.D. McDonough, I thought would have at least took a choke slam or something from Priest, but that didn't happen. But predictable outcome for this match. Not really surprised. It happens, but kind of just hoping we'll probably get one more match between these two. I assume maybe intergender match between Rhea and Dom, but I'm not sure. So we'll see. But oh well. All right, but main event time. All right, Gunther versus Randy. Randy got in a lot of offense, a lot more than I expected. I expected it to be the other way around. I expected Gunther to kind of take offense early, typical babyface heel match. Gunther being the dominant one. Randy Orton kind of taking the beating throughout the match, but Randy Orton, he gave us shades of the old Randy Orton, being very sadistic, still steps, everything, and just a very physical match. Gunther being put through the announce table. He did hit one RKO. I expected more RKOs than one, but so be it. No DDT off the ropes. I was kind of looking for that. I was kind of looking for it off the announce table. He had the still steps set up by the announce table. I was kind of wondering what he would do there, if he would do the DDT off that, but that didn't happen. You know, Great match, and I love the fact that after the match, after Gunther retained, after putting the sleeper hold on Randy after multiple attempts to get Randy to pass out, Gunther finally was able to beat Randy. But after the match, and Gunther retained, the show of respect, even for Gunther being a heel. I like the way that WWE did this. Maybe this wasn't a part of the script. I don't know, but the fact that Gunther's a heel and still shook Randy's hand, and just he's such a classic heel. He puts you mind to like Bruno San Martino and guys like that. But when you think of Gunther, you think of the old classic heels. They even did a little video package of the WWE champions before him. And I like that show of respect, even as a heel for Gunther. Shaking Randy's hand. I kind of expected Randy to maybe give him an RKO after that match, shaking his hand. You can't trust the Viper. Gunther did say before he can't ever be caught off guard, but um, I just love that show of respect, and I thought that was really cool, scripted or not. It was really just a really cool moment between the two. Bash at Berlin, I mean, that crowd was nuts. Uh, just the loudness. I think that's the loudest crowd I've heard in a long time. Just insane. Um, but very happy with this outcome. But what are your thoughts, guys? What do you think of Bash at Berlin? Not really a lot to digest tonight. And kind of dig into. The matches were kind of, I don't want to say predictable, but the outcomes were. Uh, I like to call these pay-per-view filler pay-per-views before the big pay-per-views. Um, we got Bad Blood coming up before Survivor Series and War Games. I think those are going to be two big pay-per-views that we actually see. So I, for one, am kind of curious about that to see what they'll do next. Um, like I said, hoping Punk versus McIntyre is kind of put to bed. Hoping Damian Priest and all them are kind of done. But let me know your thoughts.